Thanks, Tuhina. Thank you for taking out the time for being a part of our next episode of Creative Sandbox. It's great having you here. Drives creativity for you to set up the whole context. We would love to hear on that.
I'm absolutely excited, Karan, and thank you for having me on this platform. I think there is no better conversation than creativity. That's my dose of inspiration.
What has been your experience specifically at IBM in this journey of transformation? And how do you think it's aligned to the brand identity and what the brand literally lives and breathes as?
From an IBM perspective, if I really look at the employees and the whole diverse set of employees and everyone that we have, just dealing with the hybrid reality, you are actually looking at two diverse set of audiences at the same time in the hybrid world. The experiences are not really physical or digital, it's digital most of the times. How do you create human spaces on the digital world is where the cookie really crumbles. And one of the things that I'm most energized by, Karan, is the recent brand initiative from IBM, Let's Create. I think that is where the story is unfolding, that this world is about co-creating. This world is not about me telling you how to do it and you kind of, responding to it. We have to co-create, learn, imagine the workplaces of the future, imagine the businesses of the future. We have an added challenge of this very complex, hyper-connected digital world. And I will say that the playbook is not out yet, but there are some things which are working on the ground. And one is, the first is to listen and then design for the hybrid workforce and get into the creators economy for real and co-create the world together.
What creative inspiration drives such communication and drives such programs for you?
In the virtual world, how do you engage people? How do you create a common denominator which is easy to understand, which can be understood in a noisy place, which can still be connected to? You don't have an immersive attention available to you anymore. We tried something like a comic strip in telling innovation stories, very complex things like sustainability, artificial intelligence, security, because what we also realized at some point, there was also video fatigue. We also saw some long format stuff worked as well. There is no one answer to it, but I guess be agile, listen to what the audience is feeling, what is their context today, and then cater to them in the best possible way.
So how important is this whole art of creative storytelling for you when it comes to your products or the kind of services you have to deliver?
When we deliver a message, we assume that the message is delivered. But you have to give breathing space to the audience. You have to allow them to infer and understand. And that's why I say co-create and let's create is so important. Because it's not enough that I said it. What is it that they understood? Did I spend time in reception analysis? That's very important. And I think that has to be inbuilt in the design, in the storytelling, in building that story and then reinforcing it with a long tail, creating the recall not by push but by pull. And how do you tell the same story in different ways, appealing to the different set of audiences? The way they like to consume content is very important. And I believe ultimately product, communication, message, anything that we do is about people.
What do you think is the future, both from creative storytelling as well as impact for business for you?
We haven't had this opportunity, at least not in my lifetime, to be in this thriving creator economy where all bets are off. Everyone can produce, monetize, co-create, be heard. And it brings with it a lot of noise too. So there has to be some degree of, at some stage balance. But there's never been a better opportunity to shape the world from wherever we are, remote locations to prime locations, it doesn't matter. We have a big opportunity of bridging the digital divide. And I believe the voices like us talk more about that and embolden this creator economy, because a democratized creators economy is in everyone's interest, and it brings in the most creative part of the human civilization. So just look forward to that, very excited about it.